What is going on today, guys? Happy Tuesday. Today is April the 19th. Um, what a day it was. An absolute bullish market, to say the least. It was a massive move to the upside today. Um, Taking a look at the futures right now, the Dow, S&P, Nasdaq, looks like there's been a pretty significant move to the downside, at least for the Nasdaq, approaching 1% down in after hours trading. Dow, S&P, semi down. Um, Not entirely sure what the news is on that. Why there's I mean, overall inflation. I mean, the market's extremely volatile at the moment. You got massive downturns, massive upturns. Today just happened to be an upturn, and then leading into a downturn in the after hours. Um, Oil holding up pretty well. It looks like Brent is down 5% on the day. Wow, massive move to the downside. Massive move to the downside right here in oil. Um, Many different reasons. Obviously, there's just, I mean, all the commodities as well as the markets, everything is just in a very volatile state. Just got to be very careful with your planning, and always trade within your means and what makes sense, as I always tell you guys. And let's get into it. First, we're going to look at UVXY, the bearish ETF that I typically talk about in most of my videos. Again, I bring this one up because again, I'm still very bullish on this name in the midterm. Within the next month or two, I do see a spike to the 15, 16, $17 range. It's approaching those levels as well. Like today, the low was, let's see what the low was exactly, 1193. Wow. So yeah, it's approaching one of those levels in that $11 range where it's bounced off of in the past. Just like back here in January, bounces off the 11 and just massively to the upside. Here, another close to 11, low 12s, bounces up to the upside. Um, I think we're seeing another situation where we're going to see a move to the upside here. Of course, I'd love to be bullish on the market, but we can't deny the facts, guys, as always. And it's approaching one of those levels. I mean, if market is doing good and good news is coming in the market, this will continue to plummet. There's no doubt about that. Like in terms of a support, we don't have a guaranteed support in anything anymore. I mean, the market is just it's a brutal place, but it's good to know to take a mental note of that. Like I showed you guys in the past, it has bounced off on this low 12, 11 range. So keep an eye on UVXY. I still think markets are gonna take another downturn. Um, a nice little bounce of a UVXY here in the after hours though. So yeah, just keep an eye on this one like usual, guys. It's a play that I mentioned because it's a play that you guys can make money on, and that's why I bring it up. Let's jump over to KOLD right here. This is the bearish ETF of natural gas, the counterpart of BOIL, and I mean, what a nice move to the upside. I am again kicking myself. I did not average down yesterday, which is what I should have done instead of selling for a loss in this. So I bought on Thursday after market in this position at like $9, and I felt very confident about it because natural gas just looked way overinflated in terms of the chart, and a lot of articles I was reading from analysts saying any bearish news can send this uh, right back to the upside, 20, 30%. So that's what I was aiming for. And when it broke the 850 range, I just felt like I needed to just protect my investment, and I got out of the position. Now, realistically, what I should have done was bought more on the dip because it dipped down to around 720 range, and absolutely just massive move to the upside. I mean, I mentioned this play because it's a nice ETF to make good money on. Um, I mean, natural gas in general, way overpriced in my opinion. It's mainly obviously due to the supply issues in Russia because Russia's the primary source of natural gas, And yeah, what a winner this would have been today. So, we can't focus on what would have been, but it's good to look at unrealized gains and to better yourself in the future. Definitely a play that should have been more patient on. I hope you guys maybe took a position here in this low area because it bounced right off of that 720. So I hope you guys made money on this from the call. And let's get it going to the next. Another play that I mentioned yesterday was FUBO. A really nice bottom it made yesterday and bounced right off of that low, that all-time low, which was $5.15. Insanity, insanity. All-time lows here, and like I said, guys, who knows what the bottom actually is? But at the same token, in a bloody market like it was yesterday, it's good to dip your feet in the water, get a feel for it. Is this going to be the start of a nice little uptrend? And guess what? It was. With market open today, I mean, markets were screaming to the upside. As you can see, 515 up to five. It went to 570 today. I mean, that really nice move to the upside in one trading day. So I hope you guys got that call. Really nice move to the upside. Moving on to SoFi. Another one, really nice move to the upside today. Yesterday, all-time lows at the, if I'm not mistaken, yes, yesterday was all-time lows. We were looking around, was that yesterday? Yes, it was. $7.03. Wow. I mean, massive move to the downside. It's just been so bloody for SoFi. Um, but realistically, something has to give with the stock. I really do see, with overall company growth and company outlook, I see this company being a $10 plus stock again in the near to long term. I can't say exactly when, obviously, but I'm projecting within the near to long term, um, within the next couple months or so. But yeah, I mean, this is a good buy and hold in my opinion with overall nice company growth annually. This is a really nice play to keep your eye on, just like FUBO. SoFi, FUBO, really solid long-term holds in my opinion. FUBO, I do project to be a play that uptrends again back to the $8 range plus. SoFi over $10. That's what I see in the long term. But again, always execute your plan and whatever you feel comfortable with. But yeah, keep these two on watch for sure. And we're gonna close off with the last two plays. These are my current holdings at the moment. And let's break down IMTE. So, integrated media technology, I've been holding this since yesterday, and I really have no plans of selling anytime soon. Today there was some news. It was some NFT news or something like that, but it didn't really have a significant move to the upside. Now my average is in the 450s, like I've told you guys, and today it went a little bit over $5. If I had my limit sell at $5, perfect. I would have been out of the position, and then obviously the downtrend happened. But at the same token, I'm executing my plan in my mind, which is much higher than $5. My price target's much higher than $5. Now, um, I'm really not kicking myself at all or upset at myself. Oh, why didn't I sell at $5? Of course, it was good profit. But at the same token, you can't determine the top. You can't like sit there and say, I know what the top is gonna be. It's gonna be this. Like that's just pure speculation. Um, obviously smaller investors don't dictate much of the movement, but in general my plan is $6 plus. I see a really nice squeeze to the upside of $6 plus. So I'm in the 450s. It dropped to as low as in the 420s today, and I'm really not phased. In terms of a stop loss, if there is an absolute like zero momentum, nothing going on with the stock, and it drops beneath the $4 level, then we got to start looking for an exit, or continuing to purchase more. But in general, integrated media technology, one of those low floaters that I really do think is going to go to $6, $7, $8 in the very near term, like within the next couple weeks. That's just my projections. Not because I own it. Obviously, I own it, but if talking from an outside perspective as well, I'd say the same thing. I really do see a move to the $7, $8 range again. So keep your eye on this one, guys, because when it moves, it will move fast, and it's proven that in the past. If we zoom out real fast and look at these climbs, just like back in January, bam, $4 to 12. It was a slow, steady growth, but I mean, it can happen immediately. You got 9 million shares outstanding, available to purchase. That's very small. So you get a couple big bids in, bam, up to the upside. Last play we're going to talk about is Blue Water Vaccines, and this is the other holding that I'm overall very confident in. Like I said, there was a private placement of $8 million purchase at a price of $6.65 a share. Now stock price is at $6.10 right now, and still well under that private placement. So you got that. You got to take that in consideration. Tomorrow, there's going to be a conference. They're going to be presenting at a vaccine convention. I guess one of the biggest. I don't know too much details on it, but I just know that there's going to be a conference. So I'm looking forward to that to see what unfolds with that and what kind of good news will come out of that. And yeah, overall here, I'm aiming for the 8. I mean, again, another low floater name that can absolutely make a tear to the upside. Like, right here in April 14th, April 14th, bam, kind of bottomed out a little bit right here and then just soared to the upside by massive buys. So, like I said, you get some massive bids in, guys, on some of these bottom low float plays, bam, you're making a nice percentage return. Of course, the risk is higher, but the return is also a lot higher. Just as long as you stick to a plan and you execute it properly according to your rules, according to your style, that's all that matters, guys. So, again, today we covered UVXY, we covered KOLD, we covered FUBO, Sofi, Integrated Media Technologies, and Blue Water Vaccines. And as always, guys, for live updates on the market and to keep up with my opinions throughout the day, do follow my stock twits at the Deepster7. And if ever you guys have any questions, comments, anything, just like I said, comment down below. And I really hope you guys have made some good money today. I will continue to make these videos for you guys and give you my best analysis on the market. In terms of market direction right now, it's been so indecisive where it wants to go. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down, but not much has changed fundamentally. The inflation is still there. You got soaring gas prices. You got a lot of different indicators that are pointing towards a downtrend. So just keep that in mind. Like taking any long positions in blue chips and stuff like that. Just keep that in mind. I mean, it's a very volatile market. But just like in March of 2020 when the COVID hit, there's there there's going to be a lot of opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves. So if you see a good opportunity, by all means, take it. You're a long-term investor, short-term, whatever it is, take the opportunities, guys. Because honestly, at the end of the day, it's the opportunities you don't take that you look back on and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? Because I mean, I can't even tell you guys how many plays I had back in March 2020 that I just didn't hang on to or I just didn't make the move. And in these volatile markets, you find a down play of a solid company and you hold that. I mean, it's a very lucrative move at the end of the day. So always keep that in mind too, guys. Always keep that in mind too. Sometimes you just got to take the risk. That's why I'm in IMTE. That's why I am in BWV, because I believe that these low floaters will bounce. IMTE had that news today, NFT news, and BWV has a conference tomorrow. So keep those plays on watch. And as always, guys, hope you're banking hard. And comment down below if you have any questions. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow the stock tweets for live updates. See you guys tomorrow, guys. Peace.